Howdy. Here we go again. I still gotta quit all that shit, don't I? Want to talk about, my journey, spiritual journey. Should have been dealing with here. Kind of how, I want to talk about how life guides you a little bit, okay? Um, so moving from my stomach into my heart chakra, both these I've talked about recently how I moved into my heart, but then I kind of backslid into my stomach. So these two things, well, they're directly connected to one another. You know, they're stages, one step up to the next step. And okay, so that's a good way of explaining it. You know, just like walking upstairs, you're gonna have one foot planted on a lower step, while another foot is planted on an upper step. You know, unless you're doing some kind of weird bullshit. You know. Um, so still got a foot in my stomach, but I got a foot in my heart too. Uh, and what I've recently been struggling with is food, eating food, a lot of food. And it's not so much that I'm eating, it's not, um, it's more so along the kind of food that I'm eating that's the problem. Eating the same repetitive foods or just lazy food that you don't have to invest in. You don't have to spend any time fixing your meal or anything. You just grab it and eat it. Maybe it's healthy, maybe it's not. I've kind of been pretty balanced as far as eating healthy food and not healthy food. It's about half and half there. And here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with eating healthy food. Um, that's part of this process is learning, disciplining yourself. So I've done this fast to discipline my stomach, but now I have to um, learn how to please my stomach in a manner that's acceptable. You know, not being abusive towards my body or myself or something. And that is the process of the Bible. That's what the Bible does with uniting spirit and flesh. It says all things are here for our pleasures. So it's learning to be disciplined and take care of your body, but also in a way it's disciplining your body or your you could say your spirit or your body, either one, so that you are actually able to enjoy that those other foods and stuff without damaging yourself, without corrupting yourself. So what I've had to learn to do, and life has been giving me hints for this for the last couple of days, 2 or 3 days, as far as eating. I don't want to say hard on myself, but I've been telling myself, like, I've been wondering, what the fuck am I going to do, man? I want to eat. I have a right to eat and enjoy food, but every time I goddamn eat a bunch of good food, good tasting food, it's like it sucks me in. There's like an addictive property to it or something if I'm not careful. And life, I've been seeing stuff on Facebook of people just talking about like eating, eating a lot, and people who are have a little extra weight, but they're still confident with their own bodies and confident with themselves. See, that's really what it's about. As long as you have your confidence and self-esteem and your energy, as long as like the food you're eating or the way you're eating does not drag you down emotionally or mentally or spiritually, then you're good. But if it does, you need to figure out why. You got to figure out why and make changes. So what I need to do is quit being lazy. You see, I tend to learn how to cook something. I'm very limited on what I cook, the ways that I cook, and just how I fix my meals and stuff. My meals are oftentimes repetitive, the same old stuff, or I just cook things the same way as always. And so what I need to learn to do is to get creative with my damn cooking, man, which is part of putting your heart into it. Make it a passion. You have to love what you do, everything you do, you have to learn to love it. It doesn't matter if you're working or if you're cooking or walking down the street. You should learn to put your heart into absolutely everything. And that's something I've seen on Facebook here recently as well. was a little thing about, I've seen it a couple times, talking about Lilo and Stitch, the movie, and how she was a oddball and weird and an outcast because she literally put her heart and soul into everything she done, even if it was just standing at the beach. What was she doing? Throwing seashells in the beach or something. You got to put your passion, you got to invest your whole entire body, your heart, your stomach, your sexual organs, your fucking voice, your throat chakra, your mind, your third eye, uh, your arms and legs and limbs. All of it has to be invested in everything you do, because if it's not, then you're not a wholesome person. You're not investing your whole self. You're divided. You have divided yourself from something. So if you're doing something and your heart's not in it, then your body and your heart is divided. That's not good. That's not good. That causes stress and disconnection on you with yourself, and it sucks energy out of you. That's evil. That's corruption. So, the Amish, they are very wholesome people, and that's because they have not opened themselves up to the worldly pleasures the way that the rest of the world has. Every time you open yourself up to a new pleasure in life, there's an adjustment period there. You have to adjust to it. So you're going to go through a very chaotic process of learning to accept it as part of yourself, being able to handle it responsibly. Let's say alcohol, for example. There's nothing wrong with alcohol, nothing at all. But if you say when teenagers and people first get into drinking alcohol, even if they are healthy people, they're going to have times where they're going to have to figure out what their limits are. And they're going to have times where they drink more than they should. There's going to be other times maybe they'll be like, well, I wish I'd have had a little bit more, loosen me up a little bit more or something, I don't know. But there's going to be a period, a chaotic period, whether it's lasts for years and is very difficult. This usually comes from troubled people with addictions and stuff. Or whether it is very small, which would come from, I would say, a very healthy family, a very well-disciplined and controlled family, self-control, Because when you're healthy and you love yourself, you don't want to do things that naturally divide you and corrupt you. And getting drunk is something, getting plastered, that's something that shuts your brain off. It causes discord within yourself. So if you drink more than your body can handle, or more than you can handle, your limits, you go over your limits, that's going to hurt you. Okay. Staying under your limits, there's you can't really hurt yourself there. When it comes to pleasures, that's the goddamn danger with pleasures. If you're always going over your limits and trying to get as much as you can, you probably got a damn addiction there. If you enjoy it, but then you're able to recognize your limits and be like, okay, well, I've had enough. I don't need any more, because if I have any more, and this is whether it be alcohol, food, weed, any kind of drugs, any kind of food, any kind of TV, any kind of fucking pleasure whatsoever in life, maybe it just be laying on the couch relaxing. Okay, you have to be able to recognize when you've had enough. You don't want to go beyond your limits of where it becomes something that is a bad habit or an addiction or something. You become lazy, okay, or you become an alcoholic or goddamn couch potato fucking staring at the TV or something. So it's difficult. I mean, it's hard because especially these days, there are so many fucking pleasures in life. How do you learn to control all of them? I'm going to tell you how. You only have to learn to control one thing, and that is yourself. So once you and that's what I'm doing, going through this process, cleaning out my gut, getting my sexual organs, my gut, my heart, all my chakras and everything, opening them up and allowing energy to flow through them smoothly, getting them in alignment with each other. So this is removal of blockages and corruption and evil inside of me. Um, no, that's pretty much it. So, like I said, life, pay attention. Pay attention to everything around you. Life will send you signs. It'll send you signs. It'll send you little helpers and stuff. Like, the signs are around you all the fucking time, but it's what you notice. When you notice it. You notice certain things in life. And when you notice certain things and you notice them again and again and again, that's because there's a lesson that you need to learn from that. And until you learn that lesson, you're going to continue to see that same thing again and again and again. And oftentimes, if you don't listen, it'll get worse and worse. So if there's a problem or something inside of you, life will try to show you one way or another, whether it'll whisper to you. If you don't listen to the whispers, it'll get louder and louder and louder. And if you don't listen to the voice, it'll eventually fucking physically beat on you. Okay? I promise you it will. See? That was me getting drunk. Drinking way fucking more than I should have. And I got stupid, and stupid shit happened. I wasn't the only one drinking more than I should. Every goddamn buddy I was around drinks more than they fucking should. And that's why you got to learn to be careful with who you're around, and bad shit happens again and again. Maybe they're okay with drinking. I don't know. Maybe bad shit doesn't happen to them like it does me. Maybe that's just me. I needed to learn to quit drinking. I mean, I'm the one that goddamn walked away missing my fucking teeth. So, maybe, and that's happened to me many times in life. Every fight I've ever been in when I was drunk, I had my nose broke twice. I had a fucking tooth broke back here. That wasn't a fight. I told a guy to hit me as I was drunk and stupid. Lots of bad shit's happened to me from being too drunk. And that's because I had evil and corruption inside of me. And I didn't have self-control. Alright, so I always hurt myself. I could blame those other people for hitting me, but really and truly I know that if I would have been sober, that wouldn't have happened. Or if I had control of myself, that wouldn't have happened. Because when I connected to God 2.5 years ago, I could drink alcohol and still maintain control of myself. It didn't shut my mind off. And I did not, I didn't feel a need to overindulge in it. I would just have a couple beers or maybe a margarita or something. So I had very good self-control and no desire whatsoever to break that self-control, to corrupt myself. So moderation with your pleasures. As far as eating and your gut, I have to learn to apply my heart to my gut. I have to learn to love my gut, and which in turn will be loving my body. So feeding it pleasurable foods, I got to learn to get my ass in the kitchen and actually learn how to fucking cook. Learn how to really cook good things, nice meals and shit. And if I'm not going to do that, let me tell you something else I've learned. You're better off not eating at all than you are to goddamn indulge or gorge yourself in shitty foods, okay? Now, if you're like me, I still got some addiction inside of me, so I do that from time to time. And I always feel it when I do it. It disconnects me. It makes it very hard for me to hear God. So the messages that come through to me, it makes it very difficult for me to hear and recognize those messages because it fills my body up with lots of darkness and blockages and shit. Not good. That's all I got. Hey, y'all can see over there. Don't pay attention to my mess or nothing, but watermelon, apples, bananas, that jar, if you can see it. That's cereal. I take some healthy cereals and then I also take different types of granola and cranberries. I really like my cranberries. Dried or preserved cranberries or whatever the fuck they are. And I mix all of it together. I mix it all up and together. Okay, so that is putting a little bit of extra effort into my food, and that's making something creative. That's applying my creativity to my food. So that makes it more enjoyable, and it tastes fucking great. I goddamn love it. I had a bowl this morning, I chopped up some banana and put in it, and, Good shit, creativity. There's love and healthy things there, and it tastes good, motherfucker. It tastes good. Healthy food doesn't goddamn taste bad. It only tastes bad if you don't know what you're doing with it. Okay, fruits and stuff. My God, they're so fucking sweet. They taste amazing. Um, we get addicted to this goddamn man-made shit. This garbage, and that's what it is. It's addiction. It's bad. Causes tons and tons of health problems in our country. Mental fucking problems. Mental, emotional. When your body has health problems, that creates goddamn issues in your brain and in your heart. So you have mental and emotional problems, depression, memory loss, and goddamn, memory issues. Trouble with your mind there. Shit. I don't know, autoimmune diseases and stuff in your body. Because you're not getting the nutrients and stuff that your body needs in order to be healthy. And when your body's healthy, it naturally fights off bad bacteria, evil. It naturally fights off evil. Okay? So that's it. That's enough. That's enough. I got to start shortening these damn things up again. I know. I'm bad. I'm fucking bad about it. So, y'all take care. I'm going to work on this puzzle here some. And maybe go down to town. Probably going down to town later today. I'm going to pick up some tile or something, some kind of flooring. I think I'm going to put some floor in my damn bathroom, man. It's about time I'm fucking sick of looking at this shit, you know. God almighty, subflooring everywhere. See, I'm sick of looking at all this. I'm sick of looking at it, dude. Got fucking walls I need to finish goddamn doing shit with. Stuff I need to do. And gotta have money to do it. But I got a little bit of money. I'm gonna start investing my little bit of money that extra that I have into stuff like that instead of I don't know what the fuck I do with it. Honestly, I don't know what to do with it. Go out to eat. I go out to eat quite a bit, but so that's where a lot of my money goes to is food, healthy food, and going out to eat. And honestly, food. I could just say food, but then you gotta apply your gas and stuff into it as well. So. You know, whatever. That's fine. I don't mind that. I'm gonna goddamn take care of myself, buddy. I'm gonna love myself. I treat myself like I would a woman. You know, gotta take care of her. That's probably why I lost my woman because I didn't know how to take care of her properly. You know, we just went to the same restaurant and done the same shit for entertainment. I didn't know how to change it up and be creative and fun and interesting with things. You know. But it's just one reason. One of a million. So, I love y'all. Be good. Stay tuned. Follow with me. Goddamn. I love you. I love myself. It's good stuff. We're learning and growing. Goodbye.